Can you hear me now? Okay. Before we started, less than half the group played bells, and I think you'll be very impressed with the sounds that come forth out of 7 ringers. So there's some little trivia things as we go through the concert. There won't be a quiz later, but pay attention to the trivia things, and it just gives you an idea of how many bells the 7 of them are covering, because normally it would take 11 people to play some of the songs that they're playing. So they've done an excellent job this trimester. So we will begin. I love it. So, and it's been a joy to work with them. So we will start. There's little things on the songs will be on the slides, and like I say, there'll be some little trivia things. So you can have a seat. You don't have to stand the whole time and watch. We'll show you later what some of them are doing in order to cover the extra bells, but we'll save that for a surprise. So have a seat. Or not. Okay. Ready? Big and bold. So you have the C and D. How many you got them all? Yeah. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And you can clap. E flat, A flat. B flat, A flat. B flat, A flat. Through twice, get the E flat. Starts on count 3. Right now. Ready? 3, 4, right? Starts on count 3. Are you on? How close? There. Okay. 1, 2, 3. First little trivia fact. We have up here right now, well, you can zip through, the octaves go out from the middle. So we start with middle C to high C. Then we go out a half an octave on both ends, and then another half an octave. And what, I think the next slide, Mr. Miller, St. John's is a 4-octave set. I'm gonna play the G3. That's the biggest bell that we have. And can you grab out that G7, standing up bell up there? He's grabbing out the highest bell. So quite the range, quite the range. And then we have a 3-octave set, so grand total of 98. Now we're not playing all 98 today though, but that's okay. All right, Mr. Mueller, next one. There we go. Turn your pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. symbols that are on the music. And there's a lot of them. As you kind of look, that's only one set. There's another set. And those are all written within the music itself. So not only are they looking at notes, they're also looking for symbols that tell them what to do. And there's a lot of them. You've heard some tower swings already today. You've heard some echoes. You've heard some lead vibrates. So we've used almost all of them. So those are some of the things that are in the music in addition to all the notes. The notes look, or the music looks like piano music, but with many more notes than your hands could cover, because it's many more notes than just 10. Yes?
So I see this plug down here, and I'm listening, and it sounded something like there was like a wood,
Yeah, with the CEG, let's do plucks are usually said they can be played by putting your thumb on the bell, but because we haven't been wearing gloves this year, we've been doing a light mart, like that. That's probably what you're hearing. Let's do a CEG light mart. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'll hear, yeah. And then we also can produce that sound with a mallet, which you'll hear later too. So, all kinds of stop sounds. Those are the fun ones. Okay, I think we're ready, Mr. Muller. Yes. Okay, ready? In 3. 1, 2, 3. Big and bold with those moving bells, okay? Up sharp. Still up sharp. Okay. And when we go to 23, back to the beginning. Skip 23, go to 24. 1, 2. There's a fun fact up there, and I'd like you to come down with your 4, and you to come down with your 4. After we look at the fun facts, and then Emmett, I want you to count the number of bells on your table. We're going to show you how they've been doing. I know you've been seeing it, but Alex and Ethan are actually doing 2 different techniques. Ethan is doing 4 in hand, which literally you have to hold them so that they ring in a different way. So you're really playing 2 people's position, and you got to go ring, ring, knock, knock. So ring, ring, knock, knock for them. And he's got to keep all that straight. And so it's a lot to do. This is called Shelley ringing, where you've probably seen Alex picking up bells and putting them down and picking them up and pulling them down. Sometimes we want to cover those higher bells, and he's got them held in a way that they can double at the same time. So go ahead and ring yours, one at a time. So if you've seen him doing that, it's so that we can add in those upper bells that a group of 7 really can't cover. So they've been amazingly flexible with that. And one more thing, Emmett, how many bells are at your table?
12.
12. He's got low bells, he's got high bells. He's not playing them all at the same time, but he's been able to, and I think his percussion skills have helped him with that too. We've got Ian is covering, hold up your, you probably can, come on down here with your bells, you can head back. With your regular bells, put those in one hand, and then come down with your big one and your little one that you've been holding. So they've been very flexible. And they all have their regular bells and their sharps and their flats that they're grabbing, they're picking up. But Ian's gonna have his, like 2 of his regular bells in one hand, and then he's got the other one. So he's reading the top of the bass cloth but sometimes he's throwing in a note down there, and sometimes he's throwing in a note up here. So they have been incredibly flexible. So there you see it. The two in his right hand are the ones that he normally plays, but he's picking up the little one and the big one. So again, they've been amazing. I have thoroughly enjoyed working with them. So we've got some fun ones to end with, and then our last piece is called "To Worship the King," because for 25 years I directed a high school group, and that was always our last piece. So it's tradition. So, but some fun ones first. And this is really cool. They started, every church in Europe, their bell tower has a distinctive tune. And literally these people would be up practicing. You can go to the next slide. They would be up in the belfry practicing, and boy, mistakes, if they were public, they were out there for everybody to hear. So handbells were actually created so they could practice their ringing, not out in the elements, and actually to be a little more private with their practicing. So that's where they originated from. Okay, I think there's maybe one more or no? Or are we right to the next one? Okay, now our fun pieces from Disney. You have them all on here. I have the G6. Okay. F sharp and C sharp. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. We do have some chimes up here too. Want to play that one again? They're like a big tuning fork. Kind of sounds like an organ pipe though. It's kind of cool. Okay, Mickey Mouse. I need an F and an E, right? Okay. Okay, remember we repeat. 20, go back to 3, and then skip the first setting. All good? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the C sharp, D flat. Okay. Oh yes, our bells. We've actually been to the factory. Very cool. They begin as this huge, massive metal, and it's ugly looking, dark gray, everything. And the whole process is amazing. How they shape them, and if they misshape them, they have to start all over. They can't put the metal back. So it's truly an amazing process. So you can understand why they're as expensive as they are. So I don't know if we have any more slides.
That's the last one.
That's the last one, okay. All right. Oh, I need a C7. Just let it float. Okay, ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and... Nice job. We're gonna let the bell come down. You can take a picture. How does that sound? So come on down. You want them with your bells? Yes, bring your bells. No, just bring two.